Hey everybody, before today's episode, I wanted to promote our Patreon. If you didn't know, we have a Patreon. The Patreon helps supports the Couch Corp podcast. Sign up and join today and you'll be given special perks. Perks like Discord roles, as well as mini episodes throughout the week. You'll also get exclusive content like bloopers, highlight reels, and much more. And if you get the top tier, you get a free drawing by us in our own art style. And for any tier, you get a shout out on every episode that we produce. So do go and join our Patreon today if you can. It really helps supports the podcast. Now let's get right into the episode. Hey everybody, welcome to another Couch Corp podcast. This is episode 9, and again, we're doing another motherfucking Hangout episode 3. Yeah, that was hyped up for like nothing. Nobody clapped. Nobody. Okay. Well, I'll clap, I guess. Okay, that doesn't sound right. Nah, but we're here hanging out. Tori and Mia are out for a little bit, so I guess it's just gonna be another Saturday for the boys, guys. Woo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're gonna be we're just gonna be hanging out, having a good time. So, how's your week been?
It was pretty good. Yeah, didn't really have much going on. Just had some, not really nothing. Just had some lambs born and.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not really nothing. That's a big something.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, it just seems like it's a daily part of life. So it's like I don't know what to fucking think about it.
It's like a normal Saturday for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a weird week. I've just been working on this one project. I can't say anything about it, but it's been fun. Like, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the output of it. So yeah, I can't wait for everybody to like know what it is, and like, cause like I feel like I'm like, oh, I can't say shit about it, and it's just like, well. You know, so, but hopefully the product looks pretty good. Yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, NFTs. I just minted my Genesis piece, as well as 2 other pieces on Foundation. So if there's any crypto artists that are watching in the future, go and check it out. Yeah. So I've been doing that. Been just working on the podcast too. So it's been something.
Yeah, it's just been a chill week, and I don't know.
Oh yeah. The Snyder Cut came out. That one.
Oh yeah, for Justice League. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
I was watching that on what was it, Thursday? No. Mm-hmm. I guess it'd be Friday technically, because I stayed up late. I was wanting to watch that the whole entire movie at like 3 a.m. because it came out on HBO. At 3 a.m. for us, but 12 a.m. y'all's time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was staying up that late to watch it, and it was 4 hours and 2 minutes, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was up for a good while, and but I don't mind. That shit was amazing. Like, I loved it.
Yeah, I think the only movie that I've seen that's been that long is Endgame. Oh, I don't know if Endgame was.
Yeah, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, Endgame. Yeah, Endgame.
That was, yeah, but the difference between Endgame and Justice League is that Justice League literally, like, the stakes were not high for Justice League. It was kind of just like, because after the whole Snyderverse or the whole DCEU or whatever had no foundation, because it was kind of just thrown together because of the MCU. And so each people think each movie that came out of that was going to be just like really good, and then they kind of like shit it out and split the fandom. So like there were people that were like, this is amazing, this is awesome, and then there were people that were like, oh god, this is shit, this is awful. And both had reasonable arguments, but I mean, if you're gonna like it, then like it. If you don't like it, then don't like it. But then when Justice League, the 2016 version came out, or 2015, whichever year it came out, people were like, what the fuck? And I think everybody was like, okay. And it was just an okay movie. So the expectations for the Snyder Cut were so, not low, but not,
they weren't
put
that
on,
high.
it wasn't put on this pedestal, because I think everybody knew that the Snyderverse was done. It was finished. Like, the Snyderverse is no more. So everyone's kind of just like, okay, we just want to see a good movie. And then when that movie came out, like the Justice League movie, everybody like loved it. There were some issues with it, but everybody loves it at the moment, from what I'm hearing. So it's pretty. I'm gonna say it's slow at the beginning, but it makes sense because they're building up like everybody's character arcs, and it like is really it's really good. I love it, and the cinematics in it. Oh, the cinematography is so fucking good, dude. I love it.
I haven't seen. I've seen bits and part of the, like, I guess the 26. I think the first one that came out, or the original one, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in its entirety, so I honestly don't really have an opinion of it. But
yeah, I don't usually, if there's something like this that comes out where there's like the original theatrical release and then like a director's cut, I usually just say watch the director's cut, because you're gonna get the full like idea of what the director wanted, plus little bits and pieces that are interesting. So I just recommend going to the director's cut. But for this, I kind of recommend to go to the original movie, like the original Justice League movie, and then watch the Snyder Cut, because when you watch the original movie, it was it was fine, and there were bits and pieces that were like, okay, wait, that's weird. I mean, do you know the whole story behind Snyder leaving the Justice League movie?
No.
Basically, what happened was he was filming Justice League, and then sadly his daughter passed away. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go look that up, you can. I don't want to say it because I don't know how Twitch feels about some of this stuff, but it was tragic what happened, how it happened. But Snyder left the project reasonably. That makes sense why. And Warner Bros. Was like, okay, fuck, we need somebody else to take this. Oh yeah, hey, let's do Joss Whedon, the guy who made Avengers. Let's put him in Justice League. And he came in and he was like, you know what, fuck it, we're cutting this 4-hour movie down to 2 hours. Not only that, we're going to cut every bit of like some of these people's story arcs out of the movie. And then we're going to make it lighthearted and funny. We're going to make it haha, you know. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And so, like, if you watch the entire Snyderverse, it's all very dark and serious, and even the color correction is, like, super, like, desaturated sometimes. And then when you go to the original Justice League movie, like, the theatrical release, it's very vibrant. Like, the colors are very vibrant. It's just, like, very colorful. Not only that, the humor is just, like... It's not even humor. It's just, like, really awkward, like chats, like the stuff between Batman and the Flash were just really weird, and then between Batman and Wonder Woman it was just really weird, and like, but when you watch the Snyder Cut, it's super dark, it's super serious, and it's like dun, 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 you know, like, and it's back to that original Snyder look, and it makes sense now because it connects with the other movies a lot more, and it makes complete sense. So yeah, and it's a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think some part of the reason why I haven't gotten around to watching Justice League is because of I'm not really a DC fan.
I
I'm more
get it.
into like the Marvel shit. That's why I was so excited when Avengers came out and all that, like Infinity War game. 'Cause those
Yeah,
ones, like, I would like eat like I always grew up watching like the animated like Marvel stuff. Like, I remember watching Spider-Man on Disney XD and stuff like that. And I know there was like they had the little animated Avengers cartoon, and so I was always hyped up for that.
yeah, I get that completely. I guess I grew up with a lot of the like Marvel stuff. Like, I remember going to go see Iron Man and stuff. And like DC was kind of there, but the funny thing is I like DC as much as I like Marvel, but Marvel always comes out on top in terms of like its content, and I'm not just talking like just movies. I'm talking about like video games and stuff like. Well, I actually no. Okay, I take that back. I like their movies a lot and their IP a lot of the time, and their comics I really love. But DC, I really love their like video games, their cartoons, literally. I don't understand why they don't just release like theatrical release of like their cartoons, because it's like it's pretty fucking good. Like the Gotham by Gaslight.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good ass movie. Like, you could have released that in theaters, and it would have done really well. I think if you promoted it well and you did it well, like, it would have been a good movie to release at like AMC or some shit, you know? Like,
yeah, I think the one really good one that I saw was Superman Red Sun.
that was a good one. Their
Like,
Elseworlds one is amazing.
yeah, that was the one that, like, I don't know, it felt so refreshing seeing like another take on Superman.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah, wait till they do. I think they've already done it. They've done I think it was a Superman movie, like a cartoon that was it was if Superman, it was basically the idea if Superman was going to die. Cuz we all see Superman as like this immortal figure that could live for like the longest time as long as he's like under the sun, you know, but basically the whole premise of that movie is Superman is dying from too much solar radiation. So the thing that's making him super strong and super like a superhuman is killing him. And so the idea is like, what would Superman do knowing this, or you know? So it's a pretty good movie. Or it's a pretty good cartoon, I should say. And yeah. I don't know. I feel like they need to make another version of that or something. And they need to do a live action Dark Knight Returns. Because, like, that would be amazing. They made the cartoon. The cartoon looks fucking awesome. They made 2 parts to it, so they need to do... If they did a live action version of that where it's just that, like, no Superman, no nothing else, it's just that. Well, I mean... Superman's in it, but like not like how they did Batman v Superman. It would be amazing. Like I would highly recommend that somebody do that. Somebody at DC get on that. It'd be amazing. Yeah. Either way, Marvel's coming out on top in terms of live action stuff. I don't know how they're going to do now because of... I feel like... Here's my feeling of what's going to happen. They're going to keep making content, but it's not going to get as much hype as Endgame. Endgame was their magnum opus. I'm just going to be honest. Like, they kept rising above. So, like, they made Avengers. That was one of the highest-grossing movies of all time. And then they made Avengers: Age of Ultron. That was still one of the even though people were split on it. I don't know why people were split on it, but I guess I don't understand. I love that movie, but
yeah, I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I don't know why people hate. I'll never forget like going to this thing and like this little like conference or something, or like this thing, and talking to some people, and they were talking about Marvel movies, and I was like, oh, okay, that's yeah, I love Marvel movies, and they're like, oh yeah, Age of Ultron was fucking shit. It was I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it's not that bad. Why do y'all think it's bad? And they're like, cause they wasted this character and it just didn't make any sense, and they hyped up Ultron being scary and boogie boogie woo, like, and I'm like, okay. And then they're like, yeah, and then they just made it funny, ha 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 ha, Ultron. And I was like, okay, it's cause you set your expectations to that. I understand they released a trailer about that, but like that's what a trailer's supposed to do. Is it's supposed to bring you in to watch the movie. That's why I don't like watching trailers all the time. I just watch like one and then go into the movie.
That was the thing. Yeah, that was the thing with that I did with Infinity War and Endgame, is I did not watch any of the trailers.
I did the same thing because I didn't want to be like, I didn't want any information. I just wanted to. I knew the thing was, because of Marvel's reputation, I knew that movie was going to be somewhat of a hit, and I knew that they were going to have to do something really good with it. So I'm just going to go and watch it. And if I didn't like it, I didn't like it. If I loved it, I loved it. And I'm not going to watch anything else, like any clips, anything, because I want to go in with a fresh like palette. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
that was the one thing. Like, I felt like not watching the thing helped me. I guess it helped me like really help give it that awe factor, and also it helped me like I guess enjoy the movie better. Cause I didn't like, I don't know, my friends, they saw it and they were all hyped up for it, but when I went, it was like, oh yeah, I didn't even know about it until they asked me to go see it, and so I was like, okay then. I wasn't hyped up for it, and then that's when I left the movie. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, like, it's their Endgame and Infinity War is their magnum opus. It's literally their biggest, highest grossing movies of all time. So like, what's gonna, like, they're gonna be making more content, and of course it's gonna be good, but it's probably not gonna get to that moment ever again, just because of the hype that was for that movie. So the thing is that this is DC's time to shine right now, and if they can make another universe or make another like series, or if Snyder can revamp the DCEU or whatever the fuck, and like they have the chance, like right now is the perfect chance to do it. They tried to do it alongside the MCU, but it failed because MCU had so much writing on it that people were just switching over. But now's the perfect time for them to do that. So, DC, if you're listening, get your shit together. Let's go. Come on. I want to see Batman fuck shit up, and Superman fuck shit up, and Wonder Woman fuck shit up. Oh, that was another thing that movie Justice League did. Holy shit, Wonder Woman just like Wonder Woman fucked shit up. Like
yeah, that's what they're like. I remember like the memes coming out was like fucking Wonder Woman's like carrying the whole DC franchise and shit.
Yeah. Well, I will say the second Wonder Woman was it wasn't my favorite. I didn't like it at all, and it didn't make any sense in terms of anything in the DCEU. It just didn't make any sense. It didn't even connect to anything at all, so it just was like, it was weird. It was just odd. If it didn't have that connection to the DCEU, it would make, I would be like, okay, and I'd give it leeway. I'd be like, okay. But since they're riding on the coattails of Wonder Woman and a bunch of other DC movies, it just didn't make any sense. It was kind of odd. But yeah, but the first Wonder Woman was fucking awesome, dude. Like, have you seen it?
The first Wonder Woman, yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, I mean, people complain. Everybody's gonna complain. I don't, but that movie was fucking awesome. Like, why couldn't Batman have a movie that was kind of like that? Like, I mean, he did get. I will say this: the Batman v Superman movie, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but holy shit, when anybody listening to this, go look up Batman fight scene Batman v Superman on YouTube and just watch that, and that's literally the best part of the entire movie. Like, not the ending, not the the big climax with all the fighting and shit. Like, no, it was just that scene in the warehouse alone is fucking awesome. Now, mind you, like, Batman does stuff that's not what Batman does, but like, it does. I don't know. It visually is amazing, and like, it has not been done on screen before, and I love it. Like, it's fucking awesome.
That reminds me of like the robot chicken. Hearing the Batman vs Superman reminded me of the robot chicken skits that they did.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, look, there's a vending machine with fucks to give. Let me guess, you don't have $1. Oh, no, but I do. Oh, no, we got stuck. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even see that much of Batman vs Superman. I remember people. Some people were. So I had friends that were like really big into DC, and it wasn't really my game. But I know they were talking about it, and some of them didn't really like it that much. The Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, I don't. It was a weird movie. Like, the thing about that movie was like, the setup made complete sense. Like, holy shit, I get it. But as it moved on, it was like, okay, and then it got to this one part when I was like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Like, I get it. The fight makes sense. I get the entirety of it. But it just doesn't make any sense. Like, the ending, that's dumb. That didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll even give it a leeway. And then the Batman scene came up, and I was like, holy shit, yeah! And I was losing my shit. And that made up for the first 2 quarters of the movie. So sort of. And then the ending, it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Batman kind of stole the show in this entire movie, so. But I thought it was awesome. I wish Zack Snyder could make a Batman movie, because holy shit, if it's anything like that hangar scene or that warehouse scene, holy shit, I will definitely watch that movie. But now they're coming out with what's his name? Battinson, as many would call him. The new Batman, so.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's supposed to be like a noir, like, detective movie, which I am down to see, because
yeah, that's kind of my interest now.
Yeah, well, the the behind the scenes, like, what has been going on that movie has been like shaky, from what rumors. It's all rumors, but it's been kind of shaky, weirdly, and so yeah, it's not bad, but I don't think the director wanted Pattinson Really, he didn't want Pattinson as Batman, which, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
like, it wasn't, like, out of hatred. He didn't hate Robert Pattinson. He just thought that this other person would be good in that role. But the studio was like, no, we want Twilight Man. And so...
You want Twilight, man.
So he was like, oh, fine, fuck. And so they put Robert Pattinson in the role. And it was kind of just like this whole downhill spiral of events. I'll explain to you later about one of them because I don't think it is appropriate for the stream. It has to do with Robert Pattinson and another co-star and the Batmobile.
Oh, good.
It's something, but yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty good movie though. I want to go see it. There's that one. Oh yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with a new Kingsman movie. Have you seen Kingsman?
Oh, are you talking about like the one that's sort of set like in World War One?
Yeah, with Rasputin.
Yeah, I remember seeing. That was one that I wanted to watch. I watched I watched the first one, somewhat of the second one, and yeah, the second one I didn't really like too much.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, well, okay, this is a little weird, but I don't know, it wasn't that bad.
But yeah, I like I was excited for like the new one because that one I like the whole aspect of like the whole World War One era type thing. So I wanted to see how it plays out and all that shit.
Yeah, the first Kingsman was like, oh my god, I remember it came out and I went to go watch it with some family, and my family thought it was gonna be like because everyone hyped it up as like the new James Bond.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, let's go see this. Let's see what's up. And it was rated R, of course. And I was thinking, okay, like this is not gonna be like crazy or anything. And then just like all this shit happens and blah blah blah. And I looked at my family. I was like, what do y'all think? And they're like, this is James Bond. And I was like, well, it's supposed to be the new James Bond, but that was 10 times better than James Bond. That was amazing. And like it was just, yeah, Insect Uncle. What? That's an amazing name. Love it. We're doing good, man. How's your week been? How are you doing, Insect Uncle? Or should we just call you Insect or Uncle? It's been a crazy week. It's been awesome. Yeah, but I want to go see that. I want to go see the new Kingsman movie. I forgot what it's called. I think it's just Kingsman. I can't remember.
Isn't it sort of like the origins of the Kingsman?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like pretty much. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's supposed to like. My guess is the plot. This is the plot I'm thinking is gonna happen. So
I found the name. It's called The King's Man, I think.
Yeah. Insect is fine. Uncle makes me seem like someone's uncle, LOL, but I'm doing good. Just trying to get through this semester. I feel you. I get you. Hey, just know you can do it. Anything is possible. You can get through the semester. You're almost there. You're almost to the end. Just remember, at the end, it's the summer. You'll have a good time going to the beach if that's what you want to do, or being on your computer, or, I don't know, anything and everything, taking a break.
Getting some ice cream.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I want ice cream.
Yo, I had a milkshake yesterday, and that fucked me up, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, it fucked me up. I was taking a break because I was having to work, and I was playing some Warzone for a little bit, like for 1 or 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And I was I was sitting there, I was like, oh damn, oh fuck, no. And I start busting a move. I start running. I ran my ass to the bathroom. Oh my god, dude. I
was gonna say, what is it? The one thing that they brought back from McDonald's was the Shamrock Shake.
Yeah, because that dude on TikTok keeps and I'm pretty sure they're gonna leave it up for a little bit longer, because that dude on a TikTok is he'll go buy Shamrock Shakes and drink a little bit of it and then just toss it in the air, let it smack on the ground, and then he eats it on the ground. It's so weird. I don't get it. And that's awesome, Insect. Like, got a year left. You got this. You can do it. What are you majoring in? Oh, wait, are you in college? Or are you talking about high school? Oh, you're in high school. Okay.
Oh, you're in high school.
Are you in a wind tunnel? What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, I just hear this blowing. I'm like, are you in the wind tunnel?
I don't think.
Are you beating your phone up against your leg? What are you? Jeez. In high school, dude. You're gonna have such a good time after high school. Trust me. Oh my god, are you beating your phone? What are you doing?
Do you hear it now or no?
It would come up at the beginning a little bit, and I was like, okay. And then I guess now it's just like you're beating your phone up against your leg. I don't. What are you doing?
I'm using my iPad. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh. Well, technology problems. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, we gotta revert back to messenger pigeons.
Yeah, we're gonna have the podcast on messenger pigeons, guys. Working out so I can go into the Navy. Ooh, the Navy. Anytime I ever think of the Navy, I just remember that SpongeBob episode whenever they think Mr. Krabs turned into a robot, and SpongeBob's like, I'm gonna call the Navy. He calls the Navy, and they're like, you have reached the Navy. We are not here at this moment. Please call us back later. And they're like, oh, they got the Navy. Not the Navy. That's the only reason. I feel bad because there's probably a lot of like Navy people out there, and I'm just sitting here talking about SpongeBob because of the Navy, or they made a Navy joke or some shit. That's awesome though. The Navy's cool. Gonna be on a boat out at sea. Y'all heard about the Magic School Bus reboot? Oh shit! Yeah.
No. Oh no. That reminded me of the fucking reboot. They're gonna reboot fucking King of the Hill.
No, really?
That. Yeah. The creator of King of the Hill was talking about, I think, bringing up with HBO about rebooting King of the Hill.
Wait, why? I don't know why they don't just make another show, because it was a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I know that. I know they're going to reboot it, but I think they're going to have it so it's like, I guess, possibly like 15 years ahead, so I think we might be getting like an adult Bobby.
Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby. Surprise! Oh my gosh. Yeah, but the Magic School Bus reboot, I don't know. At this point, like, it's for a new generation. Just let them, I don't know, let them fucking do it. If it goes downhill, it goes downhill. That's on them. I don't know why people just don't make new shit. That's the one thing. Like, there's no, like, lack of ideas. There literally isn't. Like, you can go out there and find something new. I don't know why people have to reboot stuff. I mean, I get it, because, I mean, if you already have the IP and you just reboot it, you're taking out half the problem by doing work. But it just, like, most of the time it just ends up crashing and burning, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like that new Tom and Jerry movie. I don't
know. I've seen like a bit of like the new Tom and Jerry that they made, and it seemed, I don't know. I grew up watching like the stuff from the very beginning.
Yeah, like the actual cartoon that actually has Tom and Jerry. The issue is it's exactly like the monster movies now, where they try to, like Godzilla, like freaking Godzilla. Literally all you had to do, this is literally all you had to do. Don't focus on the fucking humans, focus on the monster. That's literally, the name is Godzilla, not, oh, I'm little baby blah blah blah, and this is my mommy blah 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 blah, and we're scientists, and that nobody gives a shit. We just want to see monsters fuck shit up. Like, that's the point. And that's the same thing with Tom and Jerry. Like, nobody wants to see this one person having to get a job in the big city, and then Tom and Jerry just have violence every once in a while. Like, no. We want to see Tom and Jerry I guess that's why it doesn't really work so much in movie form, the original Tom and Jerry, because all it is slapstick, and if you have slapstick for 2 hours, it's kind of boring because you can only do it so much. So I don't think it would really work as a movie, you know. I don't know. It's not a bad movie. Like, it's like but I mean, if you turn it on, like if you just press play on it and just have your kids watch it or something, like, I guess that would, you know, they'd be entertained. They'd see a CG mouse and a CG cat running around. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know if. So, what's your take on reboots?
Me, I don't know. For some of them, I do like the one that I absolutely disliked was the fucking Teen Titans Go. I know how you feel about that. I know you liked it, but for me, it's like I was so used to, like, you know, fucking the dark and broody, like fucking Robin and all that shit, and you get like the whole, I guess, how'd you say it? I guess it was more child friendly, and then for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I do like seeing like the new, like, I guess, new takes on it feels refreshing just to see like a new take on it. Like, that's what I enjoyed about Scoob.
Yeah. I don't know. It's. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, because I enjoy how they like rebooted it in like the 3D aspect and go more into their like origin story, I guess, and try to bring back the series, or like, I guess, have it be a more integral part, I guess, because I think the last Scooby-Doo cartoon or like series was that Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and some people didn't even like that.
Yeah, it's weird. When I would rather see a new take on something than see the same thing rehashed. You know, I think that's why I enjoyed Teen Titans Go a little bit, is because it wasn't the same. It played off the original Teen Titans TV show in a different way. So, like, the original Teen Titans had Robin as this dark, brooding leader that was just, you know, like, always, you know, like, wanted to go solo and stuff and da-da-da and do this thing, and, you know, and then you had the new Teen Titans as Robin is a self-centered egomaniac who wants to always be bossy and stuff, and I think that's a good 180. Even though everyone thinks it's annoying, I'm like, yeah, but I mean, how would you make that a 180 from the original version? That's the literal 180 of the original version. Instead of being a good leader, he's a bossy leader that's annoying and is constantly, like, you know, trying to boss everybody around, and like he's very himself. He's very to himself, and like oh dude, no, let me do this and blah blah blah, and like and always whiny. Yeah, it makes sense. And then the old Teen Titans, like Starfire, was like very innocent to like Earth culture and didn't understand a lot of stuff. But in the new one, she's so innocent that she takes like things out of context and like is just a buffoon sometimes, and like and actually plays on like different things, and and it gets into wacky antics, like whoa. So in like the old one, it was just innocence to be innocent, but in this one there's actually some sort of slapstick with it, or some sort of like comedic tone to it. And I think the big thing was Teen Titans Go like actually recognized itself as not being as the superior Teen Titans in everybody's eyes. They even know that. You like anybody who thinks it's stupid, it doesn't make it, like, yeah, the creators know that. They're not dumb. They know that they're not the superior Teen Titans. They even make fun of themselves in their own like show. They even make a damn movie about it. Like, what do you like? And I think that's another thing. Like, they realize it, and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna profit on it. Like, they know that that's the key to break the fourth wall and have a good time with it. And like they even have Stan Lee make a cameo in a DC movie. Like. In Teen Titans Go, like how the fuck, like that's amazing. I thought that was awesome. So, plus it's for a new generation. So like, I mean, don't hate on it. It's a new thing for a new generation. That's, I think, so many, and that was a thing about some of the Star Wars movies, is it's like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't think it's as good as the other movies, including the prequels, including the original trilogy. I don't think it's good. I think the story and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But it's for a new generation. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, they need to cancel it, or, just let it be. Like, Yeah,
like, that was the one thing that I enjoyed about Teen Titans Go, was like the relationship between Cyborg and Beast Boy. Like the absolutely one episode that I liked up from that whole series was when they were like just talking with the word waffles.
Yes, it's ridiculous. It's awesome though.
Yeah, that was like the only time I liked that show. And then like what is it? Starfire, Robin, and Raven start doing it, and it's like, oh, you guys made it uncool.
One of my favorite ones, I don't know why, is when what was it? Fuck, I don't remember the premise of the episode, but I remember the one part in the episode when Robin starts making like potatoes or something, and he puts one grain of salt, and he eats the potato, and he's like, spicy.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, you what? I remember that episode. Oh my gosh. He's like, spicy. And everybody looks at him like, what the fuck?
No.
Oh my gosh. But oh yeah, and they rebooted fuck, what's it called? Thundercats. I don't know if you watched that growing like
I remember watching Cartoon Network had another. How many cartoons were there? Because I remember seeing one on Cartoon Network that seemed like fairly recent.
Yeah, there was one very, very, very recent. I think it was called Thundercats Super something. I don't remember, but it looked like that new. You know how I feel about that animation style. The one we were talking about the other day. You know my feeling about it. It's that same exact art style. It just looks very, and it's not like the original Thundercats where it was like, like drawn out, detailed, stuff like that. It just looks like, simple shapes. So and the story doesn't make it any better, but Oh, Insect said, I kind of like Teen Titans' approach with everything. It's goofy and childish yet funny. SpongeBob was funny and goofy, but now it's just goofy and not funny. Yeah, I think now, since Steven Hillenburg... Am I saying that right? I feel like
I think so.
I'll just say the SpongeBob creator. When he passed away, things kind of just went, not downhill, but it went stagnant, and it's just like, eh. And I mean, even before then, they were gonna not cancel. They were gonna end the show at the SpongeBob movie. Like, whenever that came out, that was gonna be the last bit of SpongeBob. But then Nickelodeon kept saying, "No, we need more," and they kept making more. And I mean, you get some gems out of it every once in a while, but I like to say post SpongeBob movie, it was more of, let's make it look really weird, like 90s style, kind of like 90s style, you know what I mean? Like Ren and Stimpy weird, like weird faces and all this stuff to make it goofy, but not really like super funny, you know? So it was like, it was this odd bit of humor in it, but it's not like, it just wasn't like, I don't know. I think nowadays more people like to have raw humor, and I don't know if that makes any sense to, I mean, do you know what that means?
Sort of, but go ahead and explain it just so.
Well, this is my idea of raw humor. Like, raw humor isn't like a punchline with a setup and a, like, you know, and a punch, like, you know, it's more of like situational, and like what people do, and like their mannerisms and things like that to make it funny. Like, that's just raw humor. Like, it's funny because it's funny. Like, I don't know any other way to explain it, but that's how it is. You know, like a good example is like of like a punchline and like setup and stuff like that is like in one of the original SpongeBob episodes when they had the leaf blower. The setup is they got a leaf blower. They then find out that the leaf blower has a function on it to blow and suck.
Yeah.
And so shenanigans ensue. The punchline is they just fuck around with Squidward the entire episode and they don't speak. They don't say anything. It's just they just do it. Yeah, it's a goated episode because they don't say anything until Squidward finally says something, and it's finally like, well, y'all stop, blah, 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 and then they finally like get rid of the leaf blower. But then you have some of like the recent the newer episodes where I think they're trying to do raw humor, but it's like, I don't know. There was like, and I guess a thing of like what raw humor is, I can only think of one episode really, is when there's like a running joke within the episode where they jump off a cliff or something, and it's not just, oh, they jump off a cliff, like they just like, you know, diving, like, you know, jump off and like do a cannonball or do like a weird like frantic like falling motion. Squidward like jumps up in the air, claps his hands, does a front flip, and then dives like he's diving into a pool. And it just looks like it's really like weird, but that's like raw humor. Like, it's just because it's fucking weird. It's just, you know, and I think that goes well with like audiences now, because most of the time we're bombarded with information. Just seeing something stupidly weird is going to make us like laugh, you know? I mean, how like when we look at memes, like we see like a deep fried meme, like one of those ones where it just has the letter E and has like Markiplier's face on Farquaad. Like that's as funny as like a meme from like 2015 or something with like the text on it, you know? Like now, I would consider that like raw humor. So that's my take on comedy, even though I'm not a comedian at all or write any comedy bits, but yeah.
I'm gonna start doing some stand-up.
You're gonna do stand-up? Where would you do stand-up in Oregon?
I don't know, honestly. That That has crossed my mind like once or twice. Like, what if
Like
I
doing
do stand up?
Why don't you
Yeah,
do stand? You never know until you don't try. Just go to a laundromat, stand in the back, have a small speaker, be like, "Hey, how's the airline food?" and see how many people go, "Fuck off," you know, like.
go to my local laundromat and just start doing stand up.
You pay the owner to do stand up in the back and just. Insect says it's sad to see good cartoons either go into abyss or people try and bring it back in the way where it's not good anymore. What's y'all's thoughts on the Tom and Jerry movie? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, we discussed it for a little bit.
I didn't even know they were making a new one until you brought it up.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max. It came out to theaters for a little bit, but because of the timing, it's probably not the best time to go. But
and then you're saying it was 3D, right? Or like
it's so here's as a person who does 3D and stuff, I know what they're doing. I know how they made it. So it's how they did it is they made 3D models and they applied like cell animation, if that makes any sense, or if they applied like a cell animation look to the 3D characters. Now, mind you, it's not like Spider-Verse where they draw in like lines to do. No, it's 3D. Like it's 3D. They just have this texture on them that makes them look like cell animation, but you can tell it's 3D. So it's not bad. I don't think that's bad for the universe it's in. I think it's okay. But it doesn't hit home like a bunch of the other Tom and Jerry stuff. I think it's okay to put in front of you, like if you had a toddler, or if you had like some kids or something, and you said, "Hey, I got a movie. Let's watch Tom and Jerry. Let's watch this one. It's Tom and Jerry," and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah," like that'll be fine. But as like a grown adult, like it's not really anything special, Yeah. I think it's a good family movie to go and watch, but don't set your expectations high of it being an amazing movie, So.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it was even something until you mentioned it, and so, and then you said it was like 3D, and so that's what like I don't know. That's what seeing that like most of these movies, like when they try to reboot these like movies or kids show that we grew up watching, we grew up watching them in like 2D, but now they're like bringing them back in like 3D and all that. That's what makes me like think that like I guess like the new direction or like the future of animation is gonna be 3D animation.
Well, it is.
Like, I know, like that's like from now on, like that's what I'm thinking. Like thinking that 2D animation is probably gonna die out. That's what. I'm saying.
I think now it's more. This is how I see it. 2D animation is only going to really work for the short form content. So YouTube, television, stuff like that. 2D is going to work fine. For movies, 2D is not going to work. It's just not gonna. It's not going to happen. I mean, unless the movie is really, really well done, it's not going to happen. B, what's up? We got B in here. How's it going?
Oh, it's shit.
B, it's been a little bit. We had to do the podcast later, so we started at 3:30 instead of 3. So, how are you doing? How are things going? We're talking about movies and stuff. We're just hanging out. So, yeah, but it was. I think that's how it will work. Is that TV shows will be getting like I know, and now I mean I'm seeing it. SpongeBob's now 3D. Which is really cool, but really weird. Because it's like, SpongeBob was like the 2D cell animation, and then it went into computer animated stuff where it was like they did the animation in the computer. And then now it's 3D. It's kind of weird, but it's a new form of that. I have a feeling that the 2D animation style, like cell animation, is going to be a fad at one point. Like, people are going to be like, oh, whatever happened to 2D animation? And somebody's just going to be like, okay, we need to make a cell animated movie like using like celluloid and like paints and shit and make this again, you know. And it's gonna be like a novelty, but people are gonna love it. But yeah, that just depends if people are willing to do that. But I doubt anybody's gonna want to do that because it takes so long to do. I mean, what's your take?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't even know if anyone still does like the whole cell animation still, because now it seems like everyone's using like new programs like Toon Boom and all that just to do 2D animation. I remember Tori was telling us that when she was taking the couple classes back at SCAD, they taught her, this was like when like COVID hit and we were doing classes in school.
Yeah.
She was saying that originally in that class they'd have her do it cell animation, but since everyone was home, they had her do it in Toon Boom. And I don't even know. That's the thing. Like, it seems like I don't even know, dude.
I don't. It's just. And here's the thing, I don't mind. Well, the thing is, it's been like that for the longest time, doing like Toon Boom and a bunch of other these programs.
Mm-hmm.
Cell animate. I think the last cell animated thing was like Ed, Edd and Eddy. It really was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it really was. Like that was, but everything after, I think the last few episodes were maybe like in computer graphics. I think like they put it in like Toon Boom or something and did it. But like everything past that has been done in the computer, like drawn on like a Cintiq or something, or like on on the computer and done through Toon Boom, which I don't mind. If you can recreate, like if you can do 2D in a computer, it not only speeds up the process, but like you can probably work more on the creative side of it and not have to worry, oh, I gotta go buy the paints, I gotta go buy the pencils, I gotta go, and do that. So it makes complete sense. I get it. I just feel like nowadays you're gonna see more 3D like types of movies and stuff, and it's gonna be odd, but like shit happens. Technology grows, movies grow, stuff like that. So
yeah,
chat. Oh wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what I like about like I guess how we're sort of and you say it. I guess progressing with all this like new technologies we get to see, or like especially since we saw most of the stuff that we grew up in with 2D animation, and then they're bringing it back and all that with 3D. It sort of gives like we get to see, I guess, be a part of that like change and all that.
Yeah.
Well, like most of the people, like the new generation, like I don't know, if they make the fucking King of the Hill reboot in 3D. Like, and then you have like a kid, or children, they see King of the Hill as like in 3D. They were never gonna know it unless we tell them, about the whole 2D King of the Hill. But I don't know. I'm excited for like this new change, but at the same time, it's like I still kind of want to see the 2D animation that I saw growing up.
Yeah, that'd be a little odd if it was in 3D. Seeing Bobby in 3D.
Bobby. Just like,
we hit the third dimension, Bobby. But Dad, I want to hit the fourth dimension. Bobby, don't do it. No. Don't explode that propane. I don't know. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see.
A 3D King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like I don't know. Like I think that could only work for like one episode, and then it'd probably just get really annoying. The thing about 2D you can do different angles and stuff, but to be honest, like 3D you can get like angles that are just like in different spaces. You can move through the space easier. It just makes sense, like in a 3D perspective. But 2D, that limitation, if you can find a creative way to make that limitation happen, it's so much more enjoyable. Like Rugrats, like that show, they would do like crazy ass like camera angles within it. Like you would see from a baby's perspective like what like adults look like, and not just like from a different, not from just like the floor, but like they would give you an eye, like a first person view of it, and it just was like this weird like look at things, and you're like, what the fuck? Like the dude's nose hairs are hanging out of his nose, like, or like you know, or like holy shit, the room looks massive, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just like a cool thing to see. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like, they're coming up with a new Rugrats too, and then that's in 3D as well.
God, they're bringing back everything.
Yeah, they're bringing back everything. That's why I'm like, you need to bring. I feel like if you want to be super successful, you probably need to bring something new. And I think what's gonna happen is these shows are gonna come out, and unless they have some different take on the characters or some different take on like the situational comedy of it, it's not gonna be well. It's not gonna do well. So I feel like a good thing that they should do is that they should make like another studio, like a lower tier studio or something that's not the big five, need to create this like new thing and just let it be popular. I think Netflix could do that. The issue is they bust out like 5 or 10 movies within a week, and so you're sitting there with all this content that's just all over the place. And like Hulu does the same thing, HBO Max will probably do the same thing, Paramount is definitely doing it. So it's just like, it's hard to be seen on any of these streaming networks or any of these other platforms. So you need to create something different. And I feel like that's going to happen at one point, is that these studios are going to run out of IPs to recreate. So people are just going to have to make their own shit because people are tired of it.
I was gonna say, do you think they're bringing it back to either appease to a new crowd, I guess, for a new crowd, or for like, I guess, to appease the old crowd?
I think they're bringing it back to do both. They know, here's the thing, the more people you can bring in, the more people will, or the more money you will get. So if you can appease both the young generation and the old generation, you get the best of both worlds. You get everybody. The problem is that if the old generation sees it as weird, you're gonna lose them immediately. And if the new generation sees it weird, like sees the same thing and it's just weird, then you're gonna lose the young generation as well. So you're stuck in this loop of trying to figure out what will work well. Like Rugrats, like you're sitting there in this, like you're not gonna figure it out to where you're gonna get that old style of the 90s, but still appease to the younger audience of the, like, you know, of like the 2010 era. So you're stuck in this loop trying to figure out what will work.
I'm not like I haven't seen Rugrats in a long time. If they're gonna make it in 3D, it's like,
What?
it just I'm excited to see like the new take and all that, and like how they're gonna go with the kind of direction that they're gonna go with it. I was gonna say, do you think they might come out with a reboot of the what is it called, the Thornberries?
The Thornberry. Oh my gosh! I swear, if they touch the Thornberries, it's not gonna go well. I'm already gonna tell you, it's not gonna go well. I'm pretty sure somebody has made some sort of like 3D animated thing. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. 3D Thorn berry. Oh, that's just a 3D model of Nigel. Oh, that's creepily, like, weird. Ew. Oh, I know who made that. Oh, that's weird. Nah, but I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna do that. Just give us some time. It's gonna happen. Yes, I've seen that be Nigel in a Sailor Moon outfit. Like, I don't know. I feel like Nigel is like this, or the Thornberrys is like this, unheard, like, to many, like, younger audiences, is this unheard of cartoon that everybody talks about, but they have no clue what it is, and so it's just like this thing that's just like, what the hell? Like, you know? So I feel like if you redid it, you'll lose that, like, feeling, I guess, or you'll lose that nuance of the older version of it. I don't know. It's just really, it's a hard thing to tackle. I feel like people should just make new stuff. I don't understand why people are bringing back old stuff. And it's not because I'm like, oh, the old is better and blah blah blah, and because, you know, you never know. It could be good. Like Teen Titans Go. I like, a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. I think it's cool. But I don't know what's stopping people from making new stuff. So, what do you think?
About a Thornberry reboot?
Oh no, just making new stuff, I guess. I don't know. I feel
Like, are you talking about making, like, new stuff in terms of reboots, or just, like, coming up with different ideas from...
Well, I guess just coming up with different ideas.
Honestly, I'd like to see, like, a lot more of that. Like, because that's what it seems like now. Like, everything's either just a remake or like a reboot of something. That's like, I didn't even know, but what is it? The one movie that comes to mind is it was the Western movie. It had Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt.
Which one? Wait,
It's not called that. It's not called The Hateful Eight.
The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, The Magnificent Seven. I thought that was like a new movie. Like, I didn't think about it. I was telling my dad I wouldn't watch it, and my dad was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I watched the one with like Charles Bronson." And I was like, "Wait, there's another one?" It's like, "Yeah, you know, it came out in like the '80s." Are you serious? Like, yeah, I saw the original one. I was like, oh shit, I thought it was like a new movie, like something new. But it was just a remake of like the one with Charles Bronson. Yeah, and so that's why I don't know, for some reason it seems like I remember hearing something where it said that, like, at some point in history, like, everything that's ever been created that has yet to be created has already been created, and then from that point on it's just like just remakes or interpretations or something of the original stuff that was.
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know, at this point, like, they're gonna realize something's gonna be wrong, and they're gonna run out of IPs. So, and they're gonna be stuck in this loop of either they're gonna have to remake the remake, or they're just gonna have to come up with something new. So, I don't know. What would you think if they remade Back to the Future?
They probably piss off a lot of people.
Well, how would that work? What would they go back to? What future would they go back?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, what kind of? I don't know how that work. Like, what would they go back to and stuff like?
They would go back to my thought is this: now would be the perfect time to go back to the 80s. They go back to the future, or they go back to the past, to when they go back to the past. So they go back to 1980. Like, I don't know. That's my thought. Doc Brown sees old Doc Brown, and he's just like, Great Scott, like, oh god, What is that, dude? But I don't know that's the weird thing is like if you did Back to the Future now, I don't know how that would work. Like it just I don't know. You could do it. There's a way to do it. It just I don't know. Like instead of the DeLorean, what would the car be?
A Prius.
A Prius can't even hit 60 miles an hour. How do you think it's gonna hit 88? It'll clock out at 50 and then just die halfway across the runway. Shit, get the electricity. someone get the biodegradable bananas, throw them into the freaking fuel tank. I don't know. It's I was
gonna say, what about this? Instead of like, what if it's like a Back to the Future, but instead of like an actual car, it's sort of like a rideshare app, like they cash in on making like a Back to the Future like rideshare app where like you can like call like an Uber and it takes you back in time.
Yo, okay. If anybody uses this, this is proof that we came up with this.
This is copyrighted.
So that actually sounds like a cool idea. So this dude, so here's the idea. The scientist makes a quote unquote flux capacitor type of deal.
Like cashes in on it.
But yeah, instead of just using it for scientific purposes to go back in time and go forward in time, they use it for like an Uber. Like a Lyft. So they take people from like okay, here's the thing. Would it be like somebody throughout time just clicks a button and you would drive through the future to the past to go pick them up, or would you take them from your current time to any point in the future past?
That's the thing. Like that's what I was trying to think of. Was like that's what I was trying to think of too. And then I was also trying to think: would it be just so people can just view the past, or would it be so like they can change whatever past that they want to like change or something? Then yeah, that would be one jumbled up.
Oh wait, that could be okay. So in Back to the Future 2, Biff like takes the almanac back in time and it changes the future. So what if the entire plot is he or she creates it, they then use it as a Uber or Lyft, and then they take people back in time, right? But instead, this one person decides, hey, why don't we take it to the future? So they take it to the future, and then they bring it back. And then the person says, let's go to the past. They go to the past, and the person it's an accident. So nobody's trying to be like, trying to get rich or anything. It's just by accident. They accidentally leave like a Coke can in like 1840 or something. I don't know, some weird time. And so then it ends up somebody takes that and runs with it as this big corporation, and they end up being like this big like brand in 1960 or 1860 or something. And they become the next like Carnegie or something, or like Rockefeller, but instead of like Roosevelt, or was it Roosevelt or Taft? I think it was Taft. It might have been Roosevelt, the first Roosevelt. Instead of them, setting a thing on monopolies, this Coca-Cola brand gets so big that they run basically America, and instead of it being called America in like 2020, it's Coca-Cola Land or something. You get infused with Coca-Cola, like, and just like and they have to figure out a way to like not like have that happen, and they end up like flying through the flux capacitor gets like screwed up, and they have to fly through the past, and they accidentally end up in like Mongolia or something, And
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. They accidentally end up in like Egypt. Like, just they show up in a Prius in Egypt with Cleopatra, and you're just like, hey, how's it going? Do y'all have a charger? Like, or like they end up in like, I don't know. They accidentally like run over like, like they drive through like I don't know. They drive the like Grand Prix or something, like Le Mans or something, in a Prius, and they win.
Just right at the last second as they're about to cross the finish line, they have to go back and just.
Yeah, or I don't know, and they do stuff like that, and then they end up going back to finding the original Coke can, and they find it, and they go back to the future, but it still isn't fixed, so they have to go back and fix themselves from like winning the Le Mans, or like showing up at Cleopatra, or like going to Mongolia. Like so, like, that's the whole premise. Yo, we got a good idea. We have $100 million idea right now. I don't know why we're not taking the initiative to make the new Back to the Future. He's like, Marty, I figured out a way to go back to the future. But Doc, did you already do this with the DeLorean? Yes, but no. This is set on electricity, not gasoline, Marty. It's a Prius.
More miles per gallon.
It's in a Prius. But Doc, didn't it have to hit up to 88? Yes, that's why I put an accelerator in it. I know this shitbox can't hit 50, but we can get it up to 80 with this. Oh my god. We have $1 million idea right here. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm already digging this idea.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Freaking dogs keep barking.
Yeah, I can hear them. It's not bad. It's just I was hearing them a while ago. They constantly bark all the time.
Well, no, like they only bark when like either like someone that they don't know is walking by, or if it's like someone that they, when there's kids walking from school, they don't bark because they know they're not a threat. But when it's someone else, like someone like an adult or someone who's just out by themselves, and sometimes the people that do walk by, they do like a little sketchy. So it's like, I understand they're just being protective.
Yeah.
But sometimes too, there's also like, people that ride with their dogs in the back of their truck, and so like, all the dogs come out and they just start having like a bark fest. It's like, hey, get on my lawn.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a dog, or our dog does that all the time. Like, it would just be, but instead of it being like any like person, it was just anything. If a bird flew, dog would just be like, rah, 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 and I'm like, oh my god, it's not that big of a deal. Calm down. So we had to like close the blinds, so that any like the dog wouldn't bark. Like it was just it got to the point where it was like ridiculous. Insect said, I felt like SpongeBob on that essay episode yesterday. I looked at my paper after 40 minutes, and all I had was my name. I'm doing it, yeah, almost there, and done.
No, man, I think we've all had those moments.
I definitely had that moment. The funny thing was, like, when he did the episode was, like, I don't know. Like, it's always been hard for me to write, like, long-form, like, essay-type stuff. But until I watched that episode, it finally, like, it finally dawned on me, like, it's not that hard to do it. just write a bunch of shit on a paper and then just like sculpt it out. Because literally all he wrote on the paper is, literally the whole idea was what not to do at a stopping light, and he kept writing stuff like, don't eat at a stopping light, don't pull your zipper up at a stopping light, don't floss your teeth at a stopping light. Like, you know, like it's literally just, and then you know what she gave him? She gave him 100. Like, I was like, oh yeah, it's that simple. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a classic episode. When he gets in the chair and he starts moving it back and forth.
What is it? Doesn't it? Yeah, his house catches on fire. And he's like, why, SpongeBob? Why didn't you just do your essay?
He finally wakes up out of his coma. Didn't he sharpen the pencil until it got super sharp or something? And then it broke, or broke off.
Yeah, he sharpened it, and then like he inhaled the like the erasing stuff, and then it was he inhaled it, and like he's like, I need a glass of water. I'm joking.
Yo, the Flying Dutchman, Dutchman episode. When they get on the Flying Dutchman, he's like, a little more, keep going, keep going, yeah, a little more. Yeah, that was funny. And then he locks him in the brig, and they have to go through the perfume aisle, and they're just sitting there going, ugh. See, that's like raw humor. I feel like that's perfect raw humor. It doesn't make any sense to go in that situation, but it's freaking hilarious. Like a perfume aisle on a Flying Dutchman ship. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but it's freaking hilarious. Would that be raw humor? I would consider that raw humor.
I think it is, because like I don't know. That's the thing. Like, me and my little brother, I was backing up, I was backing up into Walmart because to go to Walmart, and like I almost fucking rear-ended a car because I was like, I wasn't paying attention, and then my little brother was like, yeah, you're good, and then I just started repeating. Yeah, I just started repeating like, keep going, keep going, keep going, you're good.
As you hear it scratch in the car.
Yeah.
Little more, and stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I don't feel like it's gonna hit that. I think, here's my thoughts too. I don't know if it's just me, but I think everybody's humor has changed. I think everybody's humor has changed to like Rick and Morty humor, if that makes any sense. That's raw humor.
I think so too. Humor. Like that. I like that show.
Solar Opposites is a good one too.
Like what is it when he's like the little mini-verse episode? That one's my favorite one.
Oh, when he's like, isn't that just slavery with a bunch of steps? And then he goes to the next universe, and the guy was like, isn't that just slavery with a bunch of steps? And they finally have a midlife crisis or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he's like, I can't remember what he said, but like they were like they break their only way out, and so they break their only way out, and then they have to. They're like fighting against each other on different sides of the canyon. It's like, yeah, at least my universe isn't like some battery that could be easily replaced with AAA. Gosh. I could not stop laughing, and then my dad watched it too, and he was fucking laughing as well.
That one had me down. What was the other one that had me just rolling? The Mad Max episode. When they go to the Mad Max world and they end up like taking over the entire world, and then they just take their only power supply.
Yeah, I remember like Rick, he needed it for like some sort of experiment, and that ended up just being their only power supply.
Yeah.
They started watching football and all that. Like started like having like a little Mad Max society.
Yeah, an actual functioning society. They
Yeah,
were
like,
mowing the lawn or some shit.
Like,
and then
Mad Max Suburbia.
Mad Max Suburbia. That's a good one. Yeah, I remember that. That was something. Man, I feel like that kind of humor is what we need in like in like cartoons, I guess. I mean, you can't do the adult humor because, like, you know, that's not a good idea for kids shows, but like I feel like that kind of humor could work or like do well, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Solar Opposites?
No.
I recommend it so much. It's so good.
Wait. Who's it by? What's the
Justin Roiland.
Oh yeah, that makes sense now. Where is it on? Because I feel
It's
like
on Hulu.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about it.
It's pretty good.
I'll have to check it out.
What's something you've watched lately though? Like in
terms of like comedy or
no, like shows, like TV shows.
Shows. The one thing that I have been watching recently is the FX's The Strain. I've told you this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. Sometimes I feel like they could have gone a different way with it, but it's all right. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I need to get into more. I don't know why I haven't been into live action stuff a lot lately. I think the last thing, actually, there was one I watched lately. It's called Chernobyl. It was a. I don't consider it super old. I think it was like 2017, 2018 when it came out, and it just goes over the whole events of Chernobyl. And I thought that was a good one. I haven't been into live action shows lately. But I wish there was a version of Rock Band or Guitar Hero out nowadays. I miss those days. Oh, Insect, yeah, that. I mean, all they got to do is just make it for the new console, and I feel like they should just keep it going with like new music. But wait, what were you saying, Gabe? My bad.
I forgot what I was going to say. Shit.
It was live action shows.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I mean,
I can't remember.
On the basis of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, which one's your favorite?
I have to say Guitar Hero.
Ooh, I was a Rock Band person growing up.
I never had them. But I remember like going to like Best
arcade.
Buy or the arcade when they for now all they seem to have is just on the arcade now. But like I remember like at Best Buy when they had like the little demos that you can play like Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I always play them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Guitar Hero, my favorite thing to play is Carlos Santana's Black Magic Woman.
Mm-hmm. I think I liked Rock Band a lot more because they had different category like games. So like one, I remember they came out with the original Rock Band. Then they came out with Rock Band Classic Rock. They came out with Rock Band Country. They came out with Rock Band Pop or something. They even came out with Rock Band AC/DC. Like the entire game was just AC/DC songs. And then they came out with Rock Band Queen, I think. I could be wrong, but they came out with Rock Band Queen. They came out with Rock Band like they had different stuff, and it would all just come out. Like they would just be like, oh yeah, we're releasing this one with this band. And we're like, whoa, okay, that's cool. The whole entire thing is just their music. And it was like, oh, awesome. and then they got bankrupt, I think.
Yeah.
We need consoles like the Wii or like the Xbox Connect, something that makes consoles different from them PC. Well, here's the thing nowadays. The Xbox Connect, the reason that didn't do so well was because there wasn't enough there weren't enough games that made any sense to use it. The Wii made sense because the actual controller like it was a part of that as well. So you could literally like use that controller as the like the mouse or whatever to like wave it around using the controller like a because it used the sensor or whatever with the controller. But the Kinect, you could play so many games without the Kinect. The Kinect was just like an add-on. So it just didn't make a lot of sense. Even now, they discontinued the Kinect. I still have my Xbox One Kinect. And I use that, like, the only thing I used it for was, like, to say, like, hey Xbox or something. Or, like, because you used to do, like, voice commands with it. Like, hey Xbox, turn on the console. And it would turn on the console. Or like, hey Xbox, turn off the console, and it'd turn it off. But I don't think there was any use really for that a long time ago. Stuff that makes the console life different. The Kinect was just way for FBI to watch you left on. Yes, no cap. They were like, oh yeah, the FBI were like, oh, let's just put a Kinect in everybody's homes. I don't know. I used it and thought it was awesome. It was cool. But yeah, I don't think it has its purpose anymore. If they could incorporate the Xbox controller into the Kinect, it would make more sense. Kind of like the Wii with the little sensor bar. I just miss the fun of waking up to use cool features on my console. The DS hands down is my favorite. Oh, DSi. I never had a DSi. I remember all the rich kids had DSis. But I never.
Wait, what's a DSi?
It's the one with the little camera on it. And like it had like voice features and shit and like all this like different stuff. Yeah, I remember all the rich kids had that, and I just had a regular like DS Lite or something. The only thing I do remember is like any DS could connect to each other, so you can all get in like PictoChat or y'all can all play the same game. They just all had different features. Even the new shit that came out, like the 3D one or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I had the OG one.
Yeah,
it's the original one that came out. And that one could still play Game Boy game.
Game Boy, man, I remember having like a Game Boy. I don't remember what happened to it.
That's the same thing. I remember just the last time I remember seeing it was in a drawer, and then after that, I could not find it.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't think a lot of people are having like handheld games anymore. I mean, you can literally do that from your phone now. I like a long time ago, I remember Xbox came out with an app on your phone, and then now they've updated it to where you can do remote play on your phone. So I can go downstairs and like cook something and bring my Xbox controller and play Call of Duty on my phone. Like from my Xbox.
Yeah. I remember PlayStation had something like that too when the PS4 came out. I don't know who actually used it, but I think you can only use it with like a certain phone, or if you had to have the app. But you can basically play like Call of Duty or whatever you have on your phone, while still using the controller as your phone as a screen.
Yeah, it was a cool feature because like I remember like finding out, and I was like, oh damn, now I don't have to like, if I want to play a quick game, but I gotta go eat or something, and I gotta wait on food, I could just like play a quick game of like Halo or something on my phone, which was like dope. Now the problem is it wastes every bit of your battery. So you're sitting there playing a match of Halo and your phone's at 50%. So I just like the fact that popping out a game and popping in a new one and still being able to fit in your pocket. I mean, we do have phones, but nothing beats a handheld console. Y'all ever wonder what's going to happen after the Nintendo Switch? Like, what's next? Oh, here's what they're going to do with the Nintendo Switch. This is my feeling. They're going to make it 10 times smaller. They're going to make it look like a phone. The controllers are still going to be somewhat similar because it's got to be able to fit like your hand and stuff. But it's going to be about that size, and it's going to be able to play like big console games. So you're able to play like Call of Duty, Halo, stuff like that on like something like that. Not only that, you're able to like, it's going to be basically like a phone, but it's going to be Nintendo's phone. So you can use cellular service to play video games instead of having to be connected to a network. So like a Wi-Fi or something. That's my feeling on it. They're gonna like partner up with like AT&T or some shit, or like Verizon, so they could put a SIM card in it, and so you can then use cellular service. That's my feeling on it. Now, depending if they're gonna do that, we're gonna take some royalties. So we came up with that idea. Couch Corp owns that idea. Nintendo, if you want to come to us, we'll let you have that idea, but it's going to be at a hefty price, I'm just going to say. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a good feeling I want to go to Japan. They just came out with the new Nintendo World at Universal in Japan. I feel like Nintendo, we could come to a deal. We can go to y'all's new Nintendo Land and like review it or some shit and let y'all have the idea. I mean, sounds like a good idea. What about you, Gabe? I'm digging it.
So let's do it. Make this a reality. I just saw a tour of the Nintendo Land. It's awesome. Did you see their food?
What was their food? It looked amazing. Did you see the food? The food was just top notch. What is the food? I remember that a bunch of people were talking about it, and they had like soft opened it or something, and people went in and like looked at stuff, and I mean, I don't know what it's like though. So, oh, Japan is open. I think I'm pretty sure Japan is just open now. Now, I mean, people can't just come in, but like the whole like people in Japan can like go and do normal shit. New Zealand's the same way too. That's insane. I thought that was crazy because I was looking at Nintendo World, like their opening thing, and people were just like walking around like, I mean, you know, they're all conscientious about each other, but like, it's just, they're open, Holodank memes. The menu. Oh, wow. Okay, that's...
Oh, man.
Is that mushroom a cake? That's insane. Or like a candy? What is that?
God, I want to go now.
Yo, that looks like a rice, like something with like fish. Is that what that is? And they have like a cake, a burger. Damn, that looks pretty good. Oh, that's a milk. Is that like a milkshake? It's like a mint. I wish I could show y'all what it is. I'm like anybody watching. They have like salads and like looks like pizza bread or something, or pizza like mushroom soup. Yeah, that's dope. That's awesome.
I think we know our next
It's a booba kind of drink. It has star-shaped boba. Oh, like the little booba. No, boba. Yeah, it's like the little pellets in your drink or whatever. Those are so weird. Yeah, it feels like you're just like slurping on like pills. It just is weird.
I know it's like it's made out of like tapioca. I think I'm not entirely sure, but like trying it for the first time, it was like really weird. Like it was just all squid. Like, I don't know. I've never had anything like that.
Yeah, well, it was just like the first time I ever had it. It was just like really odd, and I don't know. It was just really odd. I didn't understand it, and they were like, "Oh, it's the aesthetic of it," and I was like, "What the fuck does that?"
The aesthetic of it.
I was like, "What does that even mean? Why do I want aesthetic with my drink? I don't." Are y'all just like satisfied with poking the straw through a plastic like film or something? Because I mean that's part of it. You have to poke a straw through the film. I was like, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Even right here where I'm at in Oregon, they have a little boba shop here for like the boba tea and all.
Yeah, we don't have that here, and it's not that I'm glad. I'm just like, it'd be kind of weird. I don't know. We do have a snow cone place, and that place is actually not that bad. But then you have all these girls like trying to take Instagram pictures with the place or whatever, thinking they're Instagram famous. So I'm like, haha, okay.
No, I remember there's this guy in California. He would sell like ice cream, like soft serve ice cream, just like vanilla and chocolate. And he put on his like little truck saying, "Is like if you ask for like a promotional I guess discount or whatever because you're Instagram famous or whatever, you automatically get charged double."
Oh yeah, you told me about that. They charge you double for whatever it is because you think you're Instagram famous. I don't get that. Like I just unless you're actually like super famous, I don't like you're not. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
I don't know, like I heard stories where like people have like maybe like 100 followers, like 100 or like 50 followers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm Instagram famous. Do you think I could get like a discount or like a
cap?" That's a cap.
Like
Seriously?
Like for free, you know, because like they think they're like the top shit, and like some like people I heard it in the fitness community, like if they want to go to a gym, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I got like 500 followers. Do you think you get like a free 1-day pass?"
That's so dumb. That's really weird.
I don't know. It seems like like it goes to their head, but in reality, it's like I don't know. It seems like as soon as they start getting a little bit of attention, it's like their head.
I don't know. That's just really odd to me. I don't get. I guess unless I'm stupid, like I just don't get it. I don't know.
It's weird hearing about this because it's like they seem to be. I don't know. I heard one where this one chick, she tried getting like a stay at like at a fancy hotel resort. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm Instagram famous. You know, if I give you a shout out, can I get like a free stay there?" And the people are like, "Get the fuck out." Like, we got people, you know, that have families to feed and all that. You know, our shout out's not gonna put food on the table.
Shout out's not gonna put food. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. It's just it's so weird. Everyone thinks they're famous now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's time to tell everybody we're famous now. So if you'd like to give us a discount on anything, we will take that discount. Yeah. Also, we'd like to shout out our sponsor, NordVPN.
Express VPN.
No, it's Nord.
No, it's Express.
Nord all the way.
Express, man.
Well, just so you know, it's Nord. We are the Nord gang. Nah, but we've been going for like almost 2 hours. Shit. So, you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah, let's go.
Gotcha. Well, it was sad that me and Tori couldn't be here, but you know, we've got Saturdays for the boys. So, but yeah, go follow us on Discord. We announced everything on Discord. We're starting to become more you know, active in our Discord, just hanging out and having a good time. Do like message and like hang out in our Discord because we all message everybody within that. So do go there. Do follow us on there. Follow us on any social media. If it has the Couch Court name, it's probably us. Oh yeah, and go check out our Patreon. If you want more content, we do upload to our Patreon. We're starting to upload more content there. We've got 3 new episodes that are coming out soon, so please do go check that out. We'll be uploading there every week, or we try to. So do go there. If you get our top tier, you get a free drawing every month in our art style. Anything y'all want within reason. So yeah, do go check that out. Do go join our Patreon. It really helps us out. Really keeps us going with this podcast. So we're getting pretty close to being affiliate on Twitch, though. We're getting close. So we'll finally have some emotes and stuff going on for y'all's if y'all want to do that. So do share our podcasts on anything. If y'all can, please do share it. Go share it to y'all stories, to y'all Instagrams, Twitter, anything. It really helps us out. It really spreads the word. So
Reddit,
yeah,
your local AA meetings.
your local, oh my god, yeah, your local AAs. Nah, but please do help us out. It really does help out the podcast, gets the word out, so we can have a bigger fan base to be able to like talk to and have a good time with. Our community is always welcoming anybody. If you want to join and just hang out and talk, we'll always be there to talk and have a good time. So do go spread the word. And yeah, I don't know anything else. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Gabe, you want to go ahead and send us off?
Sir. Ladies and gents and everything in between, sadly that time has come again where we must go back to our cold, dark, happy and fulfilling lives. But fear not. Tune in next Saturday for another episode of Couch Court. I'm Mr. New Pacific. And I live in the zone, y'all. Shit. But until then, tell your mom to call me. Stay safe.
So it seems that the entire thing was in a wind tunnel because I don't know what you were doing, so we couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I was kind of like flailing my arms around, so the mic must have moved. I was getting into the performance.
All I hear is. Like, okay.
What can I say? I'm just so passionate.
Oh my gosh. Okay, be there next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see y'all then on Twitch. Other than that, y'all have a good one. Oh yeah, join our Patreon. Thank y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.